Hi everybody. It's been a long day. I had to clean out my basement so I can get my basement back in order after my water heater had broken. So I'm finally getting my carpet back in. Hold on one second, my mic just fell off. So I have a Metatron read for you now. I have a union read and a twin flame read, which is on the table for you. So let's just go ahead and take a deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to everybody. And thank you so much for joining me and sharing your time with me. Okay. So it's going to be nice to finally get I had to move a bunch of stuff because I have a lot of stuff in my basement. And actually when my water heater broke, I had to move a lot of that into the garage. And then when they pulled up the carpet down there, they put everything against one wall that was left that I hadn't moved out. But it was still a lot of stuff to move, so I had to go through all of that today, and then I had to clean and vacuum and all that kind of stuff so they could get in there for the carpet. So I'm physically exhausted, but I'm good to talk to you guys. And Happy New Year! It is January 1st, 2022, which is the 222 of the 6, which is love, family, and community, and the lovers. And it is that midway point in the astrological cycle or circuit, talking about coming to the middle. And that's also the house of Virgo, which is a very practical, hardworking energy. So, being that as it is, the first today is the Magician, and the day adds up to the number 8. So you notice there's a big shift in the numbers because we just started a new year. And the 8, of course, is the Strength card. It's about the dance between the masculine and feminine and the manifestation of dreams. And the Magician is that magician embodiment to make those dreams come true. So it's very powerful energy today, and it definitely got me going physically, that's for sure. With the Strength card, which is all about, the human body and wellness as well, health. And then the Magician, which is magically making your health really good by going within. Okay, so Happy New Year, guys. We're going to have a great one this year. The Metatron read was done, I did today after I finished cleaning at 4:18 to 19 this afternoon, which is the sun and the moon, which is interesting because that definitely came up in the read. The 4 of the Emperor, which is also stability, home, building, structure. And the underlying energy, the bottom of the deck was the Codependency card, which is the Knight of Swords. And then the first card out was the Wake Up Call with the 11, which is alignment. So I'm going to show you the picture of it first. Make sure I have the right one. Okay. So here is the Metatron read. So you can see this is the bottom of the deck, but I go 3 cards down. So this is the underlying energy, and then this is all the cards going out. They're dealt out horizontally like that. But I do the columns as well. And then this goes out to these 3 cards, and then these sometimes are 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 cards there at the end. So for Metatron, let's roll the die first too. For the twins, Happy New Year. What is the tone for us this year of 2022, which is all about the 2s, which is great for me. That's one-to-one relationship, which is what I excel at, that one-to-one, as opposed to the one to the big group. That's more difficult. It's always been more difficult for me. So let's see what that says here. We got the number 3 over here, which is Gaia, the Empress, that happy-go-lucky energy of coming together, socializing, the siblings. And we have the Neptune here, which is also Pisces energy, and 3 is Pisces too, along with going into Aries. And then we have 69, which is the Cancer symbol. And it's also Cancer. It also looks like the number 69, which is the Ace of Pentacles in the Tarot, which is about that big offer of a new life, that life of perfect contentment, of balance. So there's a lot of Pisces here. Remember, Pisces is the end of the astrological chart. It's 1 foot in this world and 1 foot into the next. That otherworldly energy of Neptune. And the 3 of coming together in joy. And perhaps there's an offer here as well. I was just getting Neptune or Poseidon and Pegasus. I always forget which one is which. But anyway, you get the idea. So the Father and Son coming up. So let's just get into the Metatron read, because a lot of that came up in the read. So the colors in this read were gold, orange, and lilac. So orange is a kind of gold color, right? The yellow to orange, gold. And then the lilac as well. But the orange is also the sacral chakra of creativity and sexuality. And then that higher realms energy of the lilac and the gold of the Christ unity consciousness. So very much connecting the sacral chakra to everything, right? To all that is. Because the lilac is like the white. It's like the all-encompassing colors. And then the gold is that transcending energy above that. So we have the, again, the first card out was the wake-up call, the 11 of alignment. And the underlying energies were blessings and thanks, signs and synchronicities. So a reminder again, Thanksgiving every day. Remember to bless your food, okay? And that has to do with resonating with your food, bringing it to the same resonance as you, so that when it goes into you, it becomes one with you instead of works against you. That's what we want to do, is send that love to our food and drink so that it helps our body, but then also what passes through us then continues to help the world. So again, so important to do that every day. So Thanksgiving every day, and leading the way up the stairs to the light with your flame in hand, being strong in the dance of manifestation, of strength and good health, down to your tippy toes, as the Knight of Swords speaking their truth, the key to unlock the door, or the chains that bind, that hold you back. So wake up and listen to the song and the note. Journal your song and take notes to align with the Ace of Cups, Holy Grail, God's rail, the love train, exuding your love light, that you are the message in a bottle again. Your suit, your avatar body, is the echo. You are the message in the bottle. So you're the message in the bottle, which is your suit. You are the echo in the shell, reaching out across the rainbow bridge to inspire with a splatter of color on your way with a message to the magic kingdom, or heaven on earth. With lilac and magic realms, the purple moon, as the cosmos mirrors you with 12 strands and 12 faces of Jupiter rising with purple haze, and Pisces aqua love, as the wounded warrior's kundalini rises from that root chakra to clear that stuck energy in the collective awakening, to expand and create, to flower and purge in the endings each day at sunset. Your family reflects you on the horizon with compassion. Aqua love all day, and peachy pink, golden white hue at dusk. As big birds, that's you, as the birds see you anyway, as big birds' wings come out at 4:44, the angelic realms, the change happens, and your kundalini jumps and jets through your crown over the bridge to the wake-up call when the sun rises again. The Queen of Swords prioritizes and conquers their fears to heal and for dreams to come true. One step at a time, with your guides in tow, follow your signs and synchronicities. Messages from the birds with love and emotional fulfillment there, your family. The Queen of Cups focuses on the light body after the Queen of Swords takes care of practical things like practicalities and the birds. The Queen of Cups is your Mary Magdalene to the Christ Golden Gate, the 2 pillars, 2 wings, 2 flames, and both in the middle, matching bookends. Patty Duke comes up with that. Patty Duke. Matching bookends, 2 as 1, the 38 of the Queen of Cups and the 33 of that Christ consciousness. both with 3, as the divine feminine dances and the divine masculine smiles and brings good cheer. Where the female is XX and the male is XY, the divine masculine is 33 and the divine feminine is 38, where X then equals 3 and Y equals 8, taking turns in the do-si-do, where Y is 3/4 of X and 3 is half of 8. And so I might have caught you off guard there. So how is 3 half of 8? Well, it's half of the number 8, number 3, but also because it's 3/4. 3 out of 4, it's never quite nearing the end. Always a part of each other, side to side and up and down and in and out. The gate here is an invite to see if you dare to come in. It's not breaking and entering if there is an open invitation at 544, which is the Hierophant, which here can represent the energy of God, and the 44 of the grounding, integrating, and mastering of love, especially receiving it. So evaluate and revise and review the Akashic records, hanging out and being wise to see new perspectives. Stretch them with the Queen of Wands. Time to take care of your physical body and release the stuck energies by moving your avatar. Don't forget the ice to bring down the fire, and Mother Earth grounding for support, the salt of the earth. So again, telling you to use ice. Like as soon as I got that message, I forgot to put my ice in my back because last week they were guiding me to do that because I haven't used my ice packs in a long time. So they're guiding me to use my ice packs when I sit, and obviously helps a lot. So whatever your body is calling you to do, your guidance, whether it comes from me and your guides are agreeing with that or not, don't have to agree, but it might be in another indication. So for me, I like to put the ice packs on my back, and maybe you need to put the ice pack somewhere else, but also calling to the salt of the earth, right? Because our water in our bodies is saline energy, right? It's salt water. It's natural to us. And then we have the 12 DNA and the 12 crystal faces were coming up, or 2 wise ones hanging out, where 2 heads are better than 1. And 12 plus 12 equals 24, which is that Queen of Wands about the physical body and getting it moving. And then the 18 and 18 is 36, which is Atlas with 2 moons, or 2 Hercules. Hercules is her harvest. Hercules, the 2 Hercules are coming up as weightlifters to split his burden. 3/4 of 36 is 27 to inspire, and half of 36 is 18, the 2 moons, to rise the sun, or 2 moody romantic Cancers always ready to help with the lifting. 2 18s, which are 9s, 18/9, to end the cycle so that Atlas can put down the world and go on his bicycle. Cancer, Queen of Cups, and Queen of Swords, the mother for hugs and responsibilities, bills and calls and issues with friends to take care of that. The Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles, Taurus mother for luxury accommodations and shopping and following through after a good workout. Who are you? Listen within, mother and child, and time for release after the fall, and the boo-boo is now all fixed up. Time out to heal with a treat or two with the Emperor, or warm and cozy at home at 607, which is the Lovers and the Chariot. So the underlying energy here was basically food, move. I was getting popcorn in a movie, but food, move, and grow, or food, move, and ascend and grow. Signs and synchronicities, dance and speak. And then the clarion call home across the bridge. Follow the rainbow and back again. The triangle is the change for directions, right? It's an arrow pointing in the right direction. To stop for change so that you have an excuse to ask directions, and that was them being funny about men never wanting to stop and ask for directions. So the triangle is the change for directions, and remember in alchemy, the triangle is the masculine, the circle is the feminine shape. The masculine triangle for directions, stopping for change so you can have an excuse to ask directions. Following the Kundalini rising, up and away in your beautiful balloon with the wizard, and home after Oz, or O2, breathing your oxygen, Your triangle of rainbow light shows God where to dip his finger in, because that's what your chakra system is, God's finger on the hand, which is the world. So your triangle of rainbow light shows God where to dip his finger in, and as Creator pulls his finger out, a rainbow bridge is created in a direct connect home. So you must first allow your light to be seen, Big Bird. Exude your love light up an atom to the purple castle on the hill, or faith in a haze of wisdom. The violet white, the crystal light, the song, and all the colors individually is the collective awakening, each with a sound, a note, a tone, as the planet hums, each conquering their fears one step at a time at 618, the lovers and the moon. Make sure that that message in a bottle is in a resonating space where your signal will get picked up right away, right? Because not everything is going to resonate with us or with others. Within the satellite, so it's saying like to find where your signal will fit best, to go within like a satellite, right? Because you know you can put your energy out there from within to go out to the whole collective, right? That doesn't work without, but it does within. So if you put that out within, then you may attract to you what resonates with you, because now they have the word out. It's like advertising to go within. It's like a satellite from within. What part of the collective are you most reflecting? See at sunset, and when your birds singing in the morning or synchronizing and telling you to rise at the mid-cycles of dawn and dusk, and of the moon and of the sun. The sun is the center, and Gaia runs circles around him as the moon tries to catch up with her, following her every lead if she wants her son. And the father's out of sight, but he's always at work, but starting to make his presence known now to integrate more fully into the equation. The equator connection, their fair share at 621, which is the lovers and the world. A bit of a mother and father and in every son and daughter. The crystal line that's clear. The rose quartz, to be precise, or the rising a quarter to time zone of Tanzania, and the Tanzanite blue-purple and Mount Kilimanjaro. So what was coming up there, of course, I had to look and see. So I put in Rose Line along with Tanzania to see what came up. And of course, Kilimanjaro came up. But what was most significant here, which was very cool, and the first message I saw was from the-star.co.ke, and that's Kenya. Uhuru nominates Rose Line, so it's Roslyn, I guess, or Rose Line, but it's spelled Rose Line, literally. Odidi, I'm not sure how she pronounces her last name. She has been nominated, and this is in Kenya, as the KNCHR chair, and this was December 29, 21, so just a couple days ago. And there's also a railway contract with a Turkish firm that came up for Tanzania as well. So what was significant here about Roslyn or Roseline, I'm not sure how she pronounces her name, and she's a lawyer. Her full name is Roseline Doreen, I don't know, I'm going to mess up her name, Adhiambo and Adhiambo. So it's A-D Hiambo and then O-D Hiambo. So Doreen and those two names, and then her last name is Odidi or Odid, O-D-E-D-E. So she's a former Judges and Magistrate Vetting Board Vice Chair in Kenya. But she's the chair of 3 different countries, and one of them is Tanzania. But she's in Kenya. So that's the KNCHR. The, where is it? It's the vetting board with members from Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. So she's been nominated for the National Commission on Human Rights. and it will be decided within 28 days after January 25th, 22, when the House resumes from a long recess in Kenya. So the vetting board of members from Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, and of course Mount Kilimanjaro came up. And by the way, it is a volcano, and it's the highest peak in I don't know if it's just Tanzania or in Africa, I'm not sure. But it's 12,321 feet, like 321 jump and 19 of the sun. So Kilimanjaro, and you know that has a nice breakdown. And it was coming up as the monk's cell, right? So the cell is like a prison cell, but it's also the monk's cell, a well-prepared delicacy of human embodiment of source. And also Roseline is coming up as the balls. You must see this. The man is a rum lily, which is a calla lily, which is extremely toxic. It is also coming up as they're telling me she's a volcano about to blow, a force to be reckoned with. I wanna be loved by you. That's so funny that came up. By you and nobody else but you. So she's getting everybody on board. She is a force to be reckoned with. So you ain't seen nothing yet is what I'm getting for her. So watch out for her. She's going to make strides here. So they're comparing her to Kilimanjaro. She's taking no prisoners. And it's funny because it's like she's comparing the man to a rum lily, a toxic flower. And again, like I said, she's coming up as the one with the balls, and you must see this, that the man is like a rum lily, very extremely toxic, and she's Kilimanjaro, like, you know, again, like I said, a force to be reckoned with, and she may be about to blow, so don't mess with her. She's got your number. I wanna be loved by you, and nobody else but you. That's so funny because that's such a feminine song, right? It's very feminine, sensual. And she's coming off as this Kilimanjaro energy, which is like a man, you know, it's like a masculine energy, but it's like a man killer. That's the energy that's coming up here, but in a good way. So look out for what she does. I'm telling you now. That's what they're telling me. Also, the horse is coming up in the definitions as well. The hill of honey, which is like a volcano, like the honey is the lava coming out. And also the hill of horse, right? It's like the mountain of God, because, you know, Mr. Ed for me comes up as God. So let's go into the union read now. And it's, if anyone want to timestamp that, it's 23 minutes now. So union read can be around 23 minutes. Where am I here? Okay. So the union read is 4D, 5D, 6D. And I will show you the picture. So here's the union read for today, the first union read of the year of 2022. And for those of you not familiar, it's 4D, 5D, 6D. Sometimes I do 3, 4, 5, but I'm getting now that we're in fourth density for sure, fully, that we should be doing 4D, 5D, 6D. The incoming divine feminine, the outgoing divine masculine, the left is the feminine, the right is the masculine, the bridge between them in the center, the underlying energies and the closing energies here. And so the basic card is this one here, the 5 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So this was done at 606, which is the Lovers and the Lovers, or the 60 of the 6 of Swords and the Lovers, which is finding peace. The Page of Wands, and beneath the Page of Wands was the Devil and the Empress, or abundance, and then the Hanging Man in the middle, and then the 5 of Pentacles at the end, which then going forward was the Twin Flames, the 2 of Wands, and then the Ace of Cups, which is new love. The Shadow Mother and the Page of Wands, or bowing down to the child, or because the Page of Wands was spoiled by the mother, they expect women to bow down to him or keep their distance. The Empress may be, or the incoming divine feminine there after that at 618, and that number just came up today, is the Lovers and the Moon again. And that can be the romance as well. The Six of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Knight of Swords. The Empress may be excited to share their sudden events and epiphanies and or energetic exchange in announcement. Or the Page of Wands is offering themselves in lieu of no trade to offer in a sudden message between a rock and a hard place. The 4D is Justice, the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Cups. The Divine Feminine, Divine Justice. And again, yesterday, Jesus was coming up as the Jew stick, and that can reference the juice as well. Balancing without the eyes, the Divine Feminine, with the Divine Masculine, with the Two of Cups, 1-to-1, which is funny too, because I posted my Two of Cups on Facebook yesterday. And the Divine Feminine, or me, feeling the whole, bridging with passing and receiving downloads from the 5D, Divine Feminine Chariot, or Divine Masculine Chariot, I believe that's supposed to be. It's like on the Divine Masculine side, feeding the information through the chariot to the Divine Feminine 4D, and then down to the ground to get out of the rain. Bum, bum, bum. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. There's the twos. Oh, that's so funny for the new year, for 2022. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. All right, so that was coming up. The Wizard in the Balloon after the show, with 2 men watching from down below. The 5D is the Eight of Swords, the Hanging Man, and the Chariot. The Divine Feminine hiding in the woods by the creek, with their feelers out, not using their eyes to see, releasing themselves from any anxiety or imprisonment, as the Divine Masculine's Chariot is ascending quickly, with all senses on board, activated or heightened, realizing they're not in the driver's seat, but a passenger in this orchestration. Bridging and hanging out with the right knee block to see another view, perhaps the rear view mirror to see where they've been, to understand where they're going to if they don't see things differently. And the 6D here is the transition of the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, the Divine Feminine in transition through the portal toward the light, the Divine Masculine ending pain to create bliss, perhaps getting away from a betrayal and a painful ending to create the bliss, or get a massage perhaps, bridging with the 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior in surrender, collapsing, dead tired, or near-death experience. I'm dead tired. The outgoing Divine Masculine is the 8 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. The crystal in an ashtray, or laser etching of light, lining the steps to the castle or the tower, with 3 special ones at the gingerbread house. Oh, that's so funny, because they brought up ginger. I wanna be loved by you, and nobody else but you. So 3 special ones at the gingerbread house, embedded in stone. There's a reference to that. Am I getting the Georgia, what's it called? You know, the stone, there's Georgia Guidelines, isn't it? That's coming up for some reason. So the crystal in the ashtray, or laser etching of light, lining the steps to the castle or tower with 3 special ones at the gingerbread house, embedded in stone. Try an Irish knot, or a snot perhaps, terraced levels in the garden, or a garden on the terrace, or following the ups that lead you upstairs, or following the cups that lead you upstairs, to a bird's eye view to look down on the group at 709, which is the Chariot and the Hermit. The cave is cold as ice and willing to sacrifice our love, spiraling up farther and farther away from the group. The twin flames with remote view, far from the earth, the eagle's nest, just a dive to aqua love, bursting into a fountain of oozing love from every pore. After completing work, at work and home, traveling up to the tower to help out Rapunzel with leaks on the rafters before the icicles are all around at 7:15, the Chariot and the Devil, or Shadow. Or up there now, able to see what they've all been up to down there, while the twin with love from above and from below, connected in all space-time continuum. The Divine Feminine with Divine Justice of a hole in the heart, or the valve, to release the tire's pressure, letting the air out of the balloon, so they can transition more efficiently through the Queen's chambers of 11 cubits. The Divine Masculine, Two of Cups, is ascending in bliss, and the bridge is passing down the orbs, or snow or hail, from the ionosphere. An enforced retreat to heal the right knee or anger block, and to surrender to bliss, or in other words, give up the fight. The Divine Feminine with Capricorn or Taurus perhaps, and then Scorpio, Libra, and Scorpio again, and the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands on the feminine side. The Masculine with Cancer on his side and nothing else. And what's between the Masculine and Feminine is Pisces or Capricorn and the Wounded Warrior surrendering. The Lovers of Cry, or Purging perhaps, the two Knights of Swords in the dance of the Christ consciousness, coming together to see Poseidon's adventure. So it's Poseidon and Pegasus coming up here. His vehicle, pegged as us, or US, in the ocean of emotion. The overall number for the union read was 65 of the King of Pentacles, which is also Akashic Records here, and that's been coming up a lot this week. And the horizontal pillars are the 24, 8, and 33 of the Queen of Wands, the dance of good health, and 33 of the Christ vibration, but also the 7 of Wands, standing up for oneself. And the vertical pillars were the Lovers, and then instead of 007 was coming up as 008, and then the 16 of the Tower, the 12 of the Hanging Man, the 8 of the Dance again, and the 3 of the Empress, the 12 of the Hanging Man, and then the 65 again of the King of Pentacles. So the messages regarding the Queen of Wands dances with Christ, standing up for themselves. And it was very with the King of Pentacles and the 12 strands of DNA. So the DNA strands were coming up as significant here because we have the energies of 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 here, because 24 is the addition of the 7, 8, 9, and the 33 is the addition of the 10, 11, 12. And we have the 1, 2, 3 as well, which is 6. But we don't have the 4, 5, 6, which is 15, which is the devil or shadow side. But the read is the 4D, 5D, 6D. It was really cool how that came up. So the Queen of Wands, which was coming up as your physical self, right, when you're taking care of your physical body, dances with Christ, or that Christ consciousness, standing up for herself, manifesting with the King of Pentacles and their 12 strands of DNA. The Lovers 008 with epiphanies hanging out to see new perspectives, and then dancing over to the Empress hanging out with the King of Pentacles, who's up to 65%. So that was coming up as the DNA, right? Because as a 3D world, we were operating at about 30% per cryon, and we're supposed to get up to at least 44%, whereas like the Pleiadians are more like 80%. And for spontaneous remission, you need 100% just for a moment. So if you can get to that 100% purity of meditation, you can have a spontaneous remission, according to Cryon. So love, family, community with a lot of space to manifest sudden events, epiphanies, and to hang out to manifest coming together to hang with the King of Pentacles or the Empress with the King of Pentacles. And that was at 737 and then 739, which is the Chariot and the King of Cups, and then the Knight of Cups. Or the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups in the Chariot together. So now we have the read in front of you, the twin flame read. So the union read is about the physical union and coming together, but this is more the general energies of all the masculines and feminines out there. So the SIRIAN Starseed deck was cut and dealt at 7:51. And here is the basic read on the table, the SIRIAN Starseed deck, so you can see it. And then the full read that you see on the table is here with the 7 decks. For those of you not familiar with my reads, the 7 decks are that SIRIAN Starseed deck. And then we have the Romance Angels here, Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Numerology deck. This is the Universal Golden Tarot, and that's the Gilded Tarot back there. And the Mini Rider-Waite, did I say that already? I forget as soon as I say something. So this is cut and dealt at 751, which is the Chariot and the King of Swords. And then at 803, which is interesting, that just came up because we are just talking about the dance of the 33 and the 38 of the Mary Magdalene and the Christ energy. The 8 of the dance and the 3 of the Empress of crystals was coming up, and crystals can be purging, cry, stalls, or it can be being Christ-like. And then Y stalls came up as well. So being of purging right now may be why there are stalls right now or delays. Stalling at the Y in the road. We finished clarifying here at 817, which is the dance, and the 17, which 17 is an 8, so it can be written that way, 17/8. And the 17, of course, is dreams coming true, about healing and shining your light, having direction, right? Your North Star kind of energy. The major arcana in this read were Luna of the Moon, Starseed, which is the Fool, Karma, which is the Judgment card. And before the read, we have the Great Wheel, or the Wheel of Fortune. And after the read is the Reason of the Emperor and Transition of the Death card. 2 cups, 3 wands, 1 sword, and 2 pentacles, so mostly wand energy here again. The Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, King of Pentacles, and Knight of Wands were the main players in the read, along with the sovereign energy of the 9 of Pentacles. Before the read was the Page of Cups, and after the read we have the King of Swords, King of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. So a lot of players here. How many knights do we have? There's 3 knights and 1 and 3 kings. All right, so you got 3 knights, 3 kings, and a page. There's no, or 2 pages. There's no queens as the court cards in the read today. But the knights can be feminine energies. We have 3 knights, 3 kings, and 2 pages. Kind of crazy energy there. Maybe mom was drinking last night. So we have triple ones here, and then double twos. So the triple ones, very significant for that new beginning, that big push of the new year, today being the first. And then 22 of the Fool's Journey, that we're fully into the Fool's Journey, leaving the Wounded Warrior's path behind. We also have the 9 of the collective and endings and completions here of compassion, and the 45 of the Purge, which is the 5 of Cups. Perhaps you need to purge something. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus this for you. Okay. So then we also have the 12 of the Hanging Man, the 24 of the Queen of Wands, both which have been coming up significantly already. And then we have the 56 of the 2 of Swords, being in your knowing and keeping it clear, your energy clear, and the 69 of that Ace of Pentacles again. So the code line was all about the number 4 and rebirth, music, and forgiveness. And that was at 822, the dance of the Fool's Journey again. So the messages came across as a sudden event or epiphany or energetic exchange, that can be a sexual exchange as well, of the chakra system and Akashic records in a time out to source Sophia for a romantic night or after death ESP or experience. Regarding rebirth, music, and forgiveness. A set tis for the passenger with ESP, or the set is the emperor's rider or passenger with ESP. So we were just talking about the chariot and the masculine realizing he's not the driver, right? That God's in the driver's seat and him and the divine feminine are passengers. So here's another reference to that. And then the asset is I, Sophia, sourcing Sophia, for a romantic night. For the rider, passenger, cargo, to force, fish, or angle an epic episode of rebirth, music, and the foe's forgiveness and or our giveness. And then the word asceti was coming up, which means saucer or the plate under a flower pot type of energy. To put to place, set, position, locate, or set up. Found, institute, arrange, compose, coordinate, or pacify or appease. Calm, quiet down, soothe, or placate. Sophia, or multiple plates or saucers, and this could be like the juggler with the saucers up in the air. The water catchers, which is emotion catchers, like the dream catchers. There's a reference to that, right? Because water catchers is like a dream catcher because it has to do with your emotions and your dreams. The Emperor's for passengers in an epic rebirth. So it's like he's looking for a passenger to pick up for an epic rebirth. Multiple settings and locations of arrangements and compositions for a romantic night. The Knight of Cups is the underlying energy here today. And the Knight of Cups is all over this read. And he's upright. And underneath the Knight of Cups is the Ace of Pentacles upright, the Page of Cups reversed, the Two of Pentacles upright, the Ace of Swords reversed, the Wheel upright, and the Six of Wands reversed, and then the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups can be a water sign, so it can be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but it doesn't have to be. It can be someone with a lot of water in their chart, or it can be a proposal. It is an offer of love. So a groundbreaking offer, or that may be rejected, or an offer to vulnerable child or spoiled one, performing or juggling a lie, or in need of the truth, attention, or under the radar, a split or divide, destined to fail, or attention-seeking behavior, and the Knight of Cups offering love to come together with the King of Swords reversed now that the worst is over, adding insult to injury perhaps, depending on whose perspective it is, tempted by bliss. Out in the cold, with the devil himself, with Libra upright, or is that herself, and the Libra upright, Capricorn upright here, and the Sovereign looking back, or the Sovereign from the past, tempted by the devil or the shadow or the Capricorn, Knight of Wands, lovers with the Queen of Wands, starting over, calling, announcing, or in a wake-up call, or judgment of the King of Swords reversed. The apple tree may have been cut down and announced, and the King of Swords reversed may be pissed off or silenced, or both. Past rejections coming back to haunt them. And I went to write the heat is on, but the heart came up here. The heart is on. So that like I'm getting ET now when this red light went on. At 9/11, which is emergency, which was the situation when ET's light went on, and a little boy wants their love, or the inner little boy is holding up the warrior who gave up. So he's talking about holding himself up. So he's the man, the warrior man who's given up, and now the little boy is coming in to take over. Or the Aquarius King of Swords reversed, chopped down to size. Perhaps Capricorn Knight of Wands and Gemini Queen of Wands refused a reunion with the King of Swords Aquarius, who's reversed, or starting over with a call to the King of Swords reversed Libra to show some love. Or if the King of Swords reversed is a Gemini, he's been between the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, and sovereign from the past or looking back at the evil that was done. The King of Swords reversed and the Devil all over this section, or negativity and codependency. The Knight of Swords reversed, holding out to let go and repair and amend at work, or work on the home, or co-creating with a soulmate or children. Now that work or school calendar has been cleared, and after patching up the ceiling or curtains or bench work, or view cleaning the windows for a perfect balance on a gold coin, or coin is another way of spelling Kohan or co-pilots, the perfect alignment to let go of Scroogey ways and come together to create with love, pure, innocent love. The Knight of Swords reversed, letting go of the harsh truth, and the Four of Pentacles reversed, letting go of clinging to stuff. With the wedding underneath, the situation involves marriage, and on top, let your friends help you. With the Emperor reversed and his new clothes, with fantasy family or girl who's open, with red couch and mirror, and spy behind the curtain at 9:26, the Hermit and the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Wands wanting to save the day while sharing codependent behavior. The man with the sword, hand, mirror, and cup and scroll, a scroll work heart, I was just going to get of art, sharpening his blade, preparing to fight with flame, or setting all ablaze, like an endless love starting a fire just to be the hero in the end and rescue them, or started a fire and now they're unable to put it out, coming home to find the tree cut down and lots of apples on the table, and one put back after cut open. The woman depressed or drunk or exhausted from the trauma cannot save someone who doesn't want to be saved, and it's not your place to be the hero, only creating more victims so that you can be better than them or so that they can be codependent on you, finally realizing it doesn't pay to play superhero with unending hours and zapping others of their superpowers and charging them weekend, overtime, and holiday hours and rates instead of teaching them how to do it themselves at 9:38, which is the Hermit and the Queen of Cups. And fireworks were going off all night last night. I went out to see if I could see any, but no. I had noise everywhere around me, but I couldn't see anything. So 9:38, the Emperor reversed, out of control, abusing their power, or losing their powers and stepping down to retire, fantasizing the dream, in The Spy Who Loved Me, and when a man loves a woman because she's an alcoholic, and loving her enough to help her heal instead of sex whenever they want it, at 9:41, which is the Hermit and the Ace of Cups. Synchronicities came up here with number 87, and beneath that, happy endings with number 93. Sharing or settling out, having fun in the underlying energies, parties with a ride waiting so that you can drink as much as they want or you want, with new passion ignited and perhaps left for dead with only Bambi to the rescue, dear one, and now free to leap magically. The dark birds went away. The gate has been lifted, and the sky writing across their page, and the moon, so the sky writing across their page and the moon, which is funny because this is just the way the cards came up, but that's the way my tag was yesterday too. So I looked on my tag real quick when this came up to see if there was a moon in any of the cards, and there was, because we have the moon in this right there. Where's the moon card? But anyway, but my crescent writing of Happy New Year was over the moon. So sky writing across the page and the moon, inspired by betrayal or painful end, but now free to leap. Branding poker or toe ring that's hot, left in the woods or field, out cold or threatened your life, but somehow made it out of there alive to write about it. Flock of seagulls or the crows or blackbirds singing in the dead of night, only waiting for this moment to arrive. Branded with wings, an array of synchronicities and toggle link, with Aries upright and reversed, Sagittarius and Cancer upright as well, down with the Emperor and up with the Fool free to open their heart, and the Knight of Cups to the King of Swords reversed, in a soul tie or lie, showing codependencies and synchronicities reflecting the dream of heaven on earth, at 9:55, the Hermit and the Truth of Excalibur, or the X's caliber. Sweet loving one and ghosting man, a perfect match if they both tone it and take it up a notch. If they both tone it and tone. I'm looking at my writing to see if there was another message there. No, so again, the sweet loving one and the ghosting man, a perfect match if they both tone it and take it up a notch. No perps or saviors needed here, as the victims in the middle, the monkeys, are shifting the universe by turning the key to unlock and lock when needed, to rebalance, as the underlying energies here of Aquarius reversed fighting with Virgo upright in a disconnect or at a distance, or depressed one and Hermit at odds, or Hermit fighting depression and shedding light on the disconnect or distance of the Two of Cups. Reversed there. But the two, that was only in the underlying energy, because the Two of Cups and Lovers were both upright in this read. And this was at 10 o'clock, so triple zeros backing up the Magician embodiment here. And then going forward, after this read is the Knight of Swords reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed. Perhaps they broke up or rejected big in a divide or need for the truth and clarity about the Tower event, epiphany or sex, blowing their top, their crown, their cover, or their mind, or everyone was kicked out, or an explosion or fire ignited suddenly. Losing patience, temper, or fallen angel, depressed or arrogant, with the Page of Cups reversed rejection, or Hierophant or Taurus with depressed child, or is an adult who acts like a spoiled child or throws fits. With Scorpio upright and Sagittarius and Aquarius both reversed, Taurus upright or Hierophant, religious leader, boss, or Taurus implementing a plan for the Page of Pentacles to follow, or implementing a plan to get self-invited. Perhaps the Page of Cups reversed is a Scorpio or Pisces, and the Page of Pentacles a Taurus. And that was at 10:08, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of the Dance. In the recent past is the Starseed upright, with a big download to the crown. The Fool dumping a load, burden, or all of their responsibilities on the wounded warrior, awakening to the deception of the Page of Swords reversed who may have been lying, and both the Page of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed, losing patience or tempers in an announcement or wake-up call, or calling out or calling up of the Queen of Pentacles, perhaps a Taurus, after dealing with the old boys club. Refreshing to deal with a well-grounded Queen of Pentacles female establishment for a change, offering creativity, project and growth, or protection from growth, or dumping emotional attachments and multiple loads, getting over loss, regret, over a home. And the Knight of Pentacles offer of help or payments, or perhaps the Knight of Swords is someone they can refer as well at 10:17, which is the Wheel and the Star of healing and dreams coming true. So we have Capricorn, Cancer, Aries reversed, and then Capricorn, Cancer, Sag, and Aries all reversed, and then Aquarius and Taurus upright here in a fresh start. The foundation being the Two of Cups upright, and needing clarity or divided about vacation or kids or full exposure and sudden events. Or the Two of Cups after a split and it's on. Fully energized and raring to go, with payment given or offer to get things rolling. Or Leo, kids, pets, and Scorpio offered to Libra, juggling or to perform for them. Or two destined to perform together. At 10:23, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands, the central energy of the Four of Wands, home or union, knowing and keeping to themselves when the communication gets to be too much, retreat, the aggressors fighting vulnerability or rejection, or the need to be childish at the workplace. And this is like the energy of trying to fight their own personality issues. So the aggressor is fighting their own vulnerability, or their own rejection, or their own need to be childish at the workplace, or allowing their vulnerability to show, right? Trying to fight against that. And the movie I watched last night was called Lost Daughter, and it was very good actually, and it definitely brings up wounding for you guys if you want to check it out. It's unlike any other movie I've seen. It's very realistic. It was very good. It's very interesting, the personalities of people they brought into play together were like totally different worlds. And again, talk about the dark and the light. Yeah, so it was good in that way. So at 10:25, so it's especially when someone's working from home, they've been fighting those urges of showing their vulnerability, not wanting to show their vulnerability, not wanting to be or have somebody else see their rejection or their need to be childish at the workplace or show their vulnerability, especially when working from home. The challenge being the moon, Cancer, or nighttime, doing business or receiving a big offer that frees them up, or getting things taken care of so that they're free for the weekend. The Page of Cups reversed is home. Challenge, this could be last night at New Year's Eve when people were all going out too. The Page of Cups reversed home, and challenged by the Queen of Cups reversed, a Cancer, or receiving a new project or passionate offer from the Magician, a manifester, or Gemini or Virgo passing the baton. The Knight of Cups upright is offering love to help end grief, loss, or regret, with a family pushed to their emotional limit, with the King of Cups reversed, or the Knight of Cups helping the family out and dealing with the King of Cups issues, or grief over their passing. And the Page of Cups reversed home, and challenged by the Queen of Cups reversed and the King of Cups reversed at night, needing help, and the Knight of Cups upright getting home late, or the King and Queen of Cups need a sitter before they could leave, so perhaps they were getting irritated with the Knight of Cups because they came home late. An emotional family overall here, with the Queen of Cups reversed in a passionate offer, or with a passionate offer, and the King of Cups reversed being dumped on by the Ten of Cups family that's upright, receiving a loving visit perhaps. And the High Priestess and the Knight of Pentacles finding peace or peace away from a split, but needing clarity or correction of information from the wounded warrior, Page of Cups reversed, feeling rejected by Libra, or destined Knight of Cups times 2, but they're both upright, or 2 loving Libras sharing or settling out for self-satisfaction now that the worst is over and they can experience the bliss. At 1137, the alignment of truth and balance, and the King of Cups of unconditional love. And now the judgment, the karma, the wake-up call to the lover's King of Pentacles facing failure, while Aquarius with success or judgment not in his favor. The Page of Pentacles is upright, dumping a load or burden or all their responsibilities to be free. The Page of Pentacles moving or traveling to connect. Or earthy, Gemini upright and Aquarius upright, father and child. Or success with Cancer and or Pisces or Virgo, and defenseless to the Knight of Pentacles, offering help to the King of Wands reversed, in separation with the Hermit reversed, or heartbroken and going crazy, with the Page of Wands reversed sneaking around with the Page of Pentacles, or stealing ideas from them. And the Page of Pentacles may be uncomfortable with the Queen of Swords reversed and the Queen of Wands upright, and the King of Wands reversed defenseless to the Knight of Pentacles offer, and the King of Wands not wanting their affection with the Queen of Cups reversed. It's no fantasy or an invite that requires whittling down to one, dumping all their emotional attachments and being uncomfortable with Sun or Sovereign, obsessing over their hair or splitting hairs, or a hairdresser flirting with Scorpio, or Queen of Swords reversed and Queen of Wands upright, wondering what she has that they don't, the Sovereign. At 1156, Justice and the Two of Swords, being in their knowing and keeping their energy clear. And then it was midnight hour here, where we went from 12/31/2021 to 1/1/2022. A lot, double zeros, source energy backing up the 12 of wisdom, and the Hanging Man seeing new perspectives, hanging out. The King of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, in need of romance, but the Sovereign, or Quasimodo, is obsessing over flirtation and jealous rage. The Knight of Pentacles offering help to the King of Wands reversed, who's separated from the Queen of Cups reversed, running from an opportunity to dump emotional attachments to sovereignty or obsession of the Page of Pentacles or student who's uncomfortable with the Queen of Swords reversed and the Queen of Wands upright. They were coming up like stepsisters here in Cinderella, obsessing and flirting and jealous of Sovereign who has Scorpio's or the Dark Knight's attention. Libra, and I'm losing my voice. Libra, Scorpio, Virgo, and Gemini are here. It's like Cinderella and the Wicked Stepsisters, or random women and girls jealous of what she's got that they haven't. And soon as the Page of Wands reversed is removing, soon the Page of Wands is removing the mask, defenseless to the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, rendering them weak, or frustrated Leo or child or pet at rich person's party, or a very high cover charge to get in. The Page of Wands may be Leo reversed, or has Leo in their chart, and perhaps dealing with sister, or is a sister, or dealing or suffering in silence and unable to sleep with all the noise, or purging, or sharing, or settling out from the past and implementing a plan with the Empress reversed in a partnership with a group that's always fighting, or conflicted, or playing games. With Leo and Taurus both reversed here, perhaps connected to the Magician, Gemini or Virgo, at 12/19, the Hanging Man and the Sun, the Page of Wands reversed is defenseless to Aries' offer, or Gemini or Virgo Magician's offer to be free. The Twin Flames seeing themselves as the Five of Swords, stretching from frog to prince. The High Priestess or Pisces on one side, and the World or Divine Feminine or another Pisces on the other. Religious or free, strict morals or marches to the beat of their own drum, cloaked or naked, or working to align between two Pisces in energetic exchange of release, with the Empress reversed and the Knight of Wands upright, rushing in to save them, starting over to find peace at 12/24, which is those two 12s that came up earlier, and the 24 of the Queen of Wands. Or two females are covering while back and forth with Mother's release, and the Knight of Wands is rushing in to care for her, and then back to peace, starting over from scratch, or done with kids going back and forth, or growing. Chemistry, let go of control, playfulness, stay optimistic about your love life, and engagement. Or the Knight of Wands is on guard, perhaps sick of daughters calling them or counting on them to rush over for every little thing and take care of their mother or grandmother, or women or girls trying to get his attention at work. At 12:30, the Hanging Man and the Union, or home. Around the twins are how they're seen as the King of Pentacles, or Akashic Records, the Crystal Skull, resting, on break, or sleeping, with Justice or Libra dumping emotional attachments or multiple loads without an option at home and or in union. The King of Pentacles in 5D connection with Justice and no options, only one option. The block being the Knight of Wands upright, free to leap out of depression or away from Aquarius reversed to implement a plan. With rebirth, music, and forgiveness here. Depressed about a big love at work, or Aquarius reversed with big love of work. A need to heal and dream, perhaps an arrogant or big love of self at work. With Sovereign happy with self or by herself. With Dark Knight Scorpio, or death becomes her, and that could be Dark Knight. Jealous rage, a sudden jealous rage of the Knight of Cups times 2 with 2 sovereigns. Or Libra Earth and Scorpio collide, sharing self-satisfaction and bliss. Third party with all she needs, or others jealous of her. And Sovereign Dark Knight, the 2 Knights of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. One sovereign in their practical world and one sovereign in their emotional world. And one attracting Scorpio jealousy and the other creating Scorpio jealousy. Perhaps with Libra and Scorpio both approaching the Sovereign Dark Knight now that the worst is over, and he in bliss. The Sovereign Emperor reversed and King of Swords reversed, which that can be the same person or 2 different people, but it's coming up as them being single now, transiting or transitioning into the King of Cups reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed with new passion. Or Sovereign is surrounded by evil men, with the Emperor reversed and the King of Swords reversed, scouting a female to offer to this King of Cups reversed and Knight of Swords reversed. I was getting like, older men or friends trying to get their friend laid. That kind of energy was coming up here, but not in a good way. Or the Emperor reversed becoming the King of Cups reversed, and the King of Swords reversed becoming the Knight of Swords reversed. Or in other words, lowering themselves because they're drunk and horny, or on the prowl at 129, which is the Magician, and the 3 of Wands being present in the moment. The Knight of Cups is connecting with defensive King of Pentacles, or juggling and performing with downloads to the crown, or someone got hit on the head, or taking a leap to home or union, and challenged by Cancer, or the Night, or the Dark. And the Page of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Wands upright, or 2 kids who are not home, are calling the Sovereign, or an announcement or wake-up call from Sovereign, the Emperor reversed, the King of Swords reversed, who are dying to be with the King of Cups reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed, who are inspiring them. The Knight of Cups is offering a fresh start in a leap of faith at 133. And then I stopped for a moment, I forget what I was doing, and I come back at 144. The 2 of Cups upright, home, challenged by Cancer, nighttime, or karma, and a wake-up call to stretch and dance, with the Page of Wands reversed, uninspired, King of Pentacles upright, with the Knight of Wands and Sovereign, with the Emperor reversed and the King of Swords reversed, or a lack of control and being negative or verbally abusive, and then Scorpio, King of Cups reversed, with the Knight of Swords reversed, may all be on fire here as well. So that was what's coming up. And the last 2 times right there were 133 and then 144. And that's how the read ended. So let's see what the animal spirit cards have to say for you guys. What is our takeaway from all this? It's 104. It's just 10404. So the Magician and 2 Emperors. Now that's a motley crew. The zebra was just peeking out. Not like the zebra didn't want to be pushed around. They don't like to be forced into anything. All right, so what is our takeaway from this read today from the animal spirit deck? Well, that slid right out, smooth as silk. I wanna be loved by you. It says Ginger coming up again. And here we have the cosmic egg, which is the crown chakra. Sorry that the light's taking away from it. The crown chakra, but this is also the collective awakening from the side view as opposed to being above the awakening. Now you're part of it one-to-one on the same playing field. There's the top down. So this is the top down. This is seeing it from the side. So seeing it from both points of view. Top down and side to side. The cosmic egg and the snake. The kundalini rising. Seeing the coil from above, seeing it from the side. And seeing it from above looks very much different, right? Because when seeing it from above, you see all the dark that's here. But side to side, when you're in it, you're only seeing the light around the cosmic egg. You're not seeing all this dark out here. So that's a very interesting perspective there of the dark and the light. And you are actually seeing it on this card too, because see how the corners are blocked out in black? So it's there, you just can't see it, because this is more of a close-up view of the situation. And then we have the starfish, which in this deck is a superficial energy. And there's the panther, who likes to cause triggers. So they're ready to pounce, to light a fire under this starfish's butt. Because they're a hothead. And they're either pissed off or they're on fire. And then they turn around and become the frog again. Trying to become the prince. As the elephant comes marching in, boom, 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 with each step they take, clearing the way. What's going on here? I didn't do it. I didn't. So, I was getting Ganesh just now, too. So again, So again, we have the awakening of the collective here on January 1st. These are the first two cards out, the most significant message here. Seeing the collective awakening from above the situation, but also in the situation, side by side. Okay, and then seeing all what's really going on here and the different personalities at play. Right, the starfish who's being superficial because they always get their own way. The one who comes in to trigger them, to light a fire under their butt, so they see a different point of view. And that can be the elk in this energy, or this could be somebody else coming in too to see what's going on. Right? They're getting a little heated up because they're like, what the heck is going on? And then we have the frog over here. That can be the elk then turning the other way and going back to being the frog, not wanting to deal with the situation. And then the elephant coming in. And I'm getting the ants marching 2 by 2. Bum, 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 bum. It's like the elephant marching one step at a time, clearing the space as they go. And look, they got the elephant between the turtle and the frog. Right, the slowpokes there. And there's the zebra. Don't like to be told what to do. You cannot force me. So, let's see here. At the bottom of the, there with the zebra and the unicorn next. They're like hiding them. They're not wanting to be pushed around by all this other energy that just came out of the deck. Because what they're hiding is this. And this one's a fish out of water. They're like, huh? What the heck? I'm not ready for this. That's so funny. But ready to pounce at the same time. That's funny. The bottom of the deck is the spider web. That can be the World Wide Web. This is also the activation of the grid for the collective awakening. Okay, so all this rainbow energy, the collective awakening, and this is the grid for this. And so then we have this... Well, these two are busy with the star, and this could be the spoiled child as well. These two are being dealt with the elephant, who's a very benevolent energy. You know, it's like they're dealing with the little ones or the slowpokes. Come on. Because they know they can get them. They're just so big in size. Just by walking into the space, they can get them going again. They know they can. Right, so the turtle's telling them over here, you know, just go without me. I can't catch up right now. I'm doing my best. But the elephant won't take that for an excuse, because they know their presence coming in here will make the difference for these guys here. So each one needs a different wake up, right? This one needs this kind of wake up. right? But this one needs more of a subtle wake up. You know, just their presence of being so big may be intimidating enough to them to light a fire under their butt and not be scared anymore if they have the elephant with them on their side. So let's see what the journey of love has to say. I want to be loved by you, and nobody else but you. I'm getting someone, I'm blanking out on her name though. I'm sorry, my brain blanks out sometimes. A famous actress with short black hair. What the heck is her name? And they probably have a movie on Netflix about her. And you all know who she is. I just can't think of her name right now because my brain doesn't work sometimes. Okay. The Blood Dance, 42. There's that Two of Cups again. It's all about the one-to-one this year, I'm telling you. And there's the Void. It's like they look like the same picture, but two different perspectives, right? One is a lot of chaos in the energy, and the other one's really calm and smooth, but they look like the same thing. They both look like the tunnel. There's one more card that wants to come out, and look at the bottom. The Eruption of Light. This is the Hieros Gamos energy, right? Hitting the toroidal field at the center, right? The quantum leap. And boom, in both directions at the same time, and imploding and exploding all at once. Up to God and back. And that came up in the read on the bridge. The Eruption of Light of the 11, the alignment, the perfect alignment of the Earth Angel with a message with that blanket of color. And the moon over here. Or is that the sun? You can't really tell, can you? It's like pulling a blanket. It's like pulling up the carpet as I'm talking about that. It's like pulling up the carpet, like does the trick. And then all of a sudden the alignment comes in and boom, they connect. So we have these two guys, like I said, look like the same picture, just it's like night and day, which I literally was going to get. Now I'm getting Doris Day. I'm getting Natalie. I can't think of her last name. Anyway, you guys know who I'm talking about. And then Doris Day is coming up as well. Oh, Doris Day, and then Natalie is like night because she's got that jet black hair. But it's both that like ginger energy. Doris Day, Natalie. So giving you this night and day analogy. But they both have that ginger side, right? You can have two very different people who have the same secret side. Their sensual side could be very much the same, although you'd never expect that because they're so different on the outside. And then is the 65 again. The King of Pentacles comes in. And all rules or all whatever get blown to shreds. Like whatever was in place, like as soon as he walks in, it doesn't matter what you plan because it all just gets blown to hell. This is the breaking of it. The 42 is the Two of Cups. The 40 is the Page of Cups, that innocence of purity and love. And then the 65 of the King of Pentacles coming in and like causing chaos in the breaking of them. It's like somebody being nervous. It's like being in the heart when they get really nervous, thinking about doing something, the Two of Cups coming together. And then all of a sudden the calm before the storm, right? All of a sudden this weird calm comes over me, right? And then boom, there's the storm. So there's something here. Got the Page of Cups and the King of Pentacles. And we got Hieros Gamos over here, an eruption of light. So let's see. The Cosmic Egg first is very significant. It's the end of this book. because it is the crown chakra. It's the last spirit card. And this is completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. The cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. And of course, we just left a year too, so this can represent that. This state emerges after we've tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer of flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. And there's the picture there. And that's like the energy of a highway intersection. The cosmic egg and the 7th chakra. The subtle essence of the cosmic egg resides at the crown chakra at the top of the head, called Sahasrara. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upward towards the crown. Each of the 6 lower chakras plays an important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it's funny, epicenter came up here because that came up in the code line today about the epic, whatever was going to happen. The final epicenter of consciousness is activated and is said to radiate the light of 1,000,000 suns, which is that Hieros Gamos energy. So it's all confirming each other. And let's see what this one says. The 2 of Cups, the blood dance, is 42. The heart craves life, and the blood responds. In relationship to each other, life happens. The desire and the action, the movement of cycles, drawing in and letting go, rushing to the center and pushing far away to the extremities. It is the cycle of relationship, dancing between self and other, into oneness and into individuality. So it is with human beings in relationship with each other, and with human beings and the divine essence. Sometimes the heart of God feels so close, it's as though our own inner passion is the very blood rushing through it. And we journey far, bringing our nourishment to where it's needed. To those who are cold and lonely, to the farthest reaches of our own dark self, that we may, if very brave, dare to love completely. Though we can be lonely for the warmth of the center then, craving the feeling of being home, soon enough we are called back to the core of the divine heart, and the cycle continues. Remember that you're always in this dance of life. You are never apart from the divine. It is just that sometimes our natural flow, it is easier to feel that divine presence than at other times, yet you're always the blood connected to the heart. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are connected to the divine source, to all that is, and if you're experiencing a phase of feeling cut off from yourself, from your body, or from another, or from the divine, even from your own feelings, spiritual connection, or intuition, be reassured that this is temporary and part of the cycle of life itself. Soon all connection shall return with even greater warmth and nourishment, welcoming you home again with great love. If you feel you've been journeying in life and fear you've lost your way, do not trouble yourself, precious soul. You are never far apart from the divine heart and will always be called home. Love's language speaks like sound of falling leaves, caressing wind to bear aroma sweet. You ask if I can love in measure true, and give emotions weight the scales do. Each tear releases more than words can say, expressing all my heart wants to convey. And the next page is the bride offers herself. The bride offers herself in the calm before the storm. Okay, make sure you drink your water, your conductor. Make sure you get plenty of rest, joy in nature, or don't do any of it at all. That's always your decision, not mine. I'm only here as a guide, some kind of information for you to ponder. And so, be good to yourselves, or not, and rise and be love. Please do that. And breathe. I'll see you soon, guys. Have an amazing night, and Happy New Year 2022. Bye.